Hello guys. This is Cool Creator. Sorry if I'm making this video a little bit late. YouTube just was like had like a power something happened like that, like an outage. So let's just start this. There's no more music because we don't have any more. But any recommendations if you guys have any ideas? Oh, okay. So let's start with Bengals at the Steelers at the Bengals. I okay. To the Steelers at the Bengals. This is a good game with the Bengals being pressured here, and Aaron Rodgers finally going into Bengals territory. Now, Joe Flacco, as a starting quarterback, has not been doing them anything good, and possibly was just one of those things that they needed for a backup. And honestly, Joe Flacco should just retire after this year. I think Russell Wilson and Joe Flacco should retire after this year. They're doing absolutely nothing for their futures, and they're getting benched. So, what would I say about the Steelers at the Bengals? I think Aaron Rodgers can take them down easily. Without Joe Burrow, it's a no win. Okay, yeah, so it's a no win for them, but okay. Well. If it isn't the Rams away at Jaguars territory in London, and you might be saying, "Oh, hold on, Jaguars don't live in London." Yeah, they do. They play a game there every single season. In fact, they play them every single season internationally twice. It's the first year they haven't. They're used to it. Oh my God, why am I like? I'm like whistling. It's occurring my earphone. So like they're used to it. But like the Jaguars, they lost to the Seahawks. I personally liked how the way that the Jaguars played, but they should have lost that. With the LA Rams coming back from a treacherous loss against the San Francisco 49ers, this seemed like things were going to go back uphill. But after Puka Nakua's injury, it's gonna seem like it's a much tougher game. Without Puka Nacua, not only will the Rams have to be losing what is one of the greatest what a very good rookie. I mean, I don't know. He's not a rookie anymore. A very good wide receiver. In fact, might be the best wide receiver, and this might cause him to not be to take lose the number one spot. But he's playing against the Jaguars, which also have a star wide receiver, Brian Thomas Jr. But the LA Rams, they can still be smart with it. If their defense can stop the Jaguars' excellent offense, I can see the LA Rams can take them down. Without Puka Nacua, it's another thing. But don't forget, the Rams still looks very good without Puka. And Puka might play, but I mean, it's a very low chance. They literally said that Puka's out for the week, which is good for his recovery because the Rams have a bye week and can also help us in the future. So I'm I'm definitely biased in this game. The game I'm probably first ever bias, but the Rams are gonna beat the Jaguars. No, I just want them to win. I really don't know who's actually gonna win that one. Eagles and Vikings. With the Vikings being pressured here against a sore Eagles. The Vikings took off a week just to see what's going on, what could they do, and now they have to go back against the Eagles, who are pissed after losing to a quarterback to a quarterback that hasn't even played, who that was their third game, and a running back who can literally if he touches the defender, they're injured for the rest of their career. So the Eagles, what are they gonna do? They're gonna say, "Okay, our defense sucked. Let's do better." And then they're gonna get immediately crushed. How did they lose to the Giants? They got doubled. And that's what the problem is. Without Saquon Barkley looking like a literal twig this season, he's not this is what we call Madden effect. He shouldn't. He has a disease. He has this really weird disease called Madden effect, and it ruins his career. I mean his season, and the Vikings are definitely not are not that are not the team you want to see either. Though the Vikings are pretty, they're not doing the greatest. with two international games in a row. They should have seen better from. They should have seen worse from beating the Browns and almost losing to them, and also losing to the Steelers. But I mean, albeit the Steelers are good, I guess. But the Vikings have to see like what could they do better because that was not the game they should have lost. I mean, they should have that was not that was not good for them. And I think personally the Eagles could take them down. And this is how stuff like this ever happened. And that's why stuff like this personally exists. So yeah, the Minnesota Vikings, they're gonna possibly take like a very why can't I just yeah, they're not gonna see anything good from this game. Oh my god, that took like 3 minutes. So the Patriots at the Titans. Alright, I'm just gonna go quick here. So that was like whatever I was talking about. The Patriots are here just like saying that they're playing against the Titans and how the Titans here should have definitely lost that game, but the Patriots definitely should have won that game. And now with Drake May, now that I think okay, guys, first thing, Drake May is definitely the next Tom Brady. Their stats align so much with like their old seasons, and they look so similar. In fact, we actually think the Manning brothers also like if like Jackson Dart and um no, whatever his name, Daniel Jones, they kind of look like the Manning brother. Okay, no, they don't look. Their stats are super alarmed though. Though, okay, they don't look anything like them, but like their stats are like aligned with each other. And my personal opinion, could they tie could, but yeah. So the Patriots are definitely supposed to win this. There's like no choice. Speaking of games they should win, wow, what a excellent what an excellent upset. The Panthers were here as playing with the Jets, as the Panthers are very terrible away. In this game, after like basically limping a win, they were like it was like a very close game, and they were limping like out of that game just like after that win and playing against the Dallas Cowboys, and everyone said, "Oh my God, the Dallas Cowboys are going to destroy them tenfold." How do people choose these teams? How do the Panthers say, okay, yeah, this game's gonna be hard, then beat them. And now that's what they're gonna do the Jets. But here's the problem. While they are 3-0 with home, literally, they're 0-3 away. But the New York Jets are horrible. In fact, this is if the Panthers can keep their streak going, the Jets are gonna. This is gonna be the greatest thing for the New York Jets because this is their second drought season in the past like 10 years. And in 2020, with their 0-13, just to lose to the Rams, just to beat the Rams in Week 15, then beat another team and go 2-14 at the end of the pandemic season. It's really surprising to see how teams like that could be that good. But in my opinion, if the Panthers are learn from their mistakes, I think they can. I think they can beat the Jets. Oh, uh, let me think. Let me think. Okay, let's see. So this is I actually didn't even know most of these games before coming into this week and to come to this video. These are sorry, excuse me. These are like these stupid games that I do not want to like pick. These are those games that are like horrible. But with Dillion Gabriel, that was a unfortunate game. That was rough. Wait, who did they even play? Wait, hold on. Sorry. Alexa, who did the Browns play last week?
Browns played the Steelers last
Oh
week.
yeah. Yeah, yeah, that was rough. That was really rough in every single way. That shouldn't have even happened. I mean, okay, that should have definitely happened, but that shouldn't have been that bad. They need to put Shedeur Sanders as a starter. He's been their best quarterback this season in preseason, and now they play against the Dolphins. He off after lose though with a pretty good team, but Tua No. He really is gonna be starting just to become like he's getting attacked way too hard. They should have fired the coach. Oh, by the way, you guys hear that the Titans coach got fired? Yeah, they should fire the coach soon because yeah. But after that, all I can say is that the Browns should win this if they can be smart about it. Uh, but you never know. They won't. They all suck. Yeah, this game was like one of the craziest games ever. How did they beat the Lions? Oh yeah, Chiefs refs. Oh, Saints and Bears. I wonder who wins this. Okay, so the Bears came off with an excellent finish. Actually, that was a incredible game for them with players like DeAndre Swift helping and Caleb Williams looking pretty good. Actually, did he get injured? Hold on. Okay, yeah, he probably did it. Probably didn't. But him against the Saints. Wow, the Bears were good. The Bears are good against the Commanders. And coming up the Saints, who have been doing pretty good in some of the games. Um, there was a being at the Bears' home. The Bears can go 4-2 of this, but and the Bears are starting to look more like. Sorry, I got a stuffy nose. Ah, I hate this. But the Bears are starting to look like a playoff contender team. And I'm gonna say the Chicago Bears are gonna win this one. I think this is like kind of a no shot game for the up for the Saints. Raiders at Chiefs. How much have I been making this video? Yeah, this Raiders at Chiefs. Alright. So the Kansas City Chiefs after coming at a it was ugly against the Lions, the beating them with their refs. Oh yeah, they paid them, and the refs gave the Lions gave the Chiefs no flags, even though they definitely did not deserve most of them. And did they give like the Lions like what 20? Okay, they probably gave like them like 5, but that's horrible. That is horrible, and there are definitely plays that should have been fouled. And while the Raiders are at Chiefs territory, they are going to be crushed. The refs going, oh my god, if you psych, Patrick Mahomes, you're going to be ejected from the game. Oh my god. It's gonna be horrible. It's like, oh my god, you touched the you, you touched one of the wide receivers. Oh yeah, you're done. You're gonna get a red card. No, you're gonna be suspended for the rest of the season. You're gonna be kicked out of the team. And if Patrick Mahomes gets injured, if you injure Patrick Mahomes at Chiefs territory, you'll you'll never see the light of day again. So the Chiefs are gonna win unfairly. Um, Colts at Chargers. Wow, this is a good game. Okay, I know this game was coming, but this is actually a very good game. With the Chargers being a very successful team, and the Colts coming after a very surprising after a very surprising a near defeat against the Cardinals. Ugh, that just tastes horrible saying it out of my mouth. How did they almost lose it with Marvin Harrison Jr. being injured? But the Chargers, they're doing pretty good for themselves. I think the Chargers, after their sad loss against the Giants, just made them look like a downhill team. They're not going back uphill. I think the Chargers are going to beat the Colts. Like, I know I'll probably take it a little bit too far these games, but no. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. It's about time that we set it up. Is that it? Yeah. The Giants are at the Broncos. Um, Uh, so the Giants, Camp Scatterboo, the train Scatterboo. Okay, I'm gonna start calling him the Bullet Train. And Jackson Dart, who's been destroying the Eagles. And speaking of Eagles defeaters, Broncos also beat the Eagles, but the Giants forgot one little thing. If they, how could they lose? They need a better choice with what they're gonna do. And the Broncos looked very good after that game. And oh my god, did your voice crack? Yeah, that was sad. That was like That was just upsetting. That was like just sickening for me. So the Broncos are in my opinion are gonna win that one. Uh, you know that's like pretty obvious of a game. Packers and Cardinals. Okay, lightning round. Packers and Cardinals. Cardinals suck. Okay, if they don't have Marvin Harrison Jr. loss. I really am just gonna do a lightning round. Commanders and Cowboys. Commanders. These games are really hard to pick. I don't know what to specifically say. All right, Falcons at 49ers. With the Falcons having a pretty an incredible upset against the Bills, playing against the 49ers is like something else though. Levi's Stadium. Haha. Yeah. Really? Why is that Levi's? Why not Levi's? Why do you guys have to play at the 49ers stadium? How do you have to play the 49ers? Oh, come on, 49ers. You're gonna lose it. Ah, okay. Yeah, the 49ers are gonna win this. So unfortunately, like, that's just disgusting in my mouth. Yes! These are the games I want! The Buccaneers at the Lions. Jeez, this is beautiful. Like, it's like I've been seeing I've been seeing beautiful lights after this. That's the Angels. Yeah, literally. So the Buccaneers at the Lions. This is one of those games I love. And who is gonna win? I personally have a really deep thought it's gonna be the Lions this season. I mean this game. Well, the Buccaneers had that crazy win against the 49ers. They don't have any of their real good starters except um uh Baker Mayfield, who's a MVP frontliner. But the Detroit Lions are doing very good for themselves. They should have not lost that game. That like losing to the Chiefs. That was like if the Chiefs had reasonable refs, they would have won that. And the Lions are gonna beat the Buccaneers. Texans at Seahawks. Texans are doing that good. Come around bye week though. The Seahawks did come from a really good game. I think the South Seahawks win that. Sorry for this very fast talking. Yeah. So that's just my opinion. Bye.